Hello, welcome back to Live in the Prop Shop. I'm your host, Calder Ness. Howdy, howdy, let's get rowdy. Today, I was doing a quick cosplay test of my, how do you call this guy? Joseph Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Just doing a quick cos test, see how he looked, see how he fit. These gloves are really small though. I'm gonna have to buy new gloves because honestly, they're tight, they feel weird. So probably gonna ditch these. It was like, I want to say like $6 for just a ton of them though. So it felt like a great deal. Felt like a great deal. It really did. It really did. So this is kind of like pretty basic stuff, honestly. We're still kind of getting set up. We're gonna be making tonight, sort of finishing up Captain America's shield from Avengers Endgame. So, potential spoilers as we are making it out of this foam disc we rounded up. So there are potential Endgame spoilers. So if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, go away right now if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, because there's gonna be spoilers. It actually depends how far we get. There might not be any spoilers. So I'm not even gonna say it, because we might not even get to that part yet. So that's actually, that's pretty good. That's some pretty good give and take, I'd say. Man, oh man, oh man. I realized I forgot to plug my phone in, and it's gonna be a mess. We don't have the old phone plugged in, so it's gonna be rough. So yeah, Captain America shield. So what are we gonna do? What are we doing first? Well, a couple of things. We need to place a middle piece in the shield to sort of help keep its shape. That's why we have this extra disc here. So we're going to put that in the middle. Next up, we made these two pieces that are going to go sort of something like that, except a little more kind of evenish. So those are going to be kind of the bracers for the shield, right? So that's pretty cool. That side's the upside. This hat is trying to mess me up. It's gonna be messed up. I feel like it's gonna happen. So this is kind of how the shield layout is gonna look, and then eventually we're gonna do some stuff to it. So that's cool. So we need to glue those pieces in. The only bad thing is that it was not whatever foam. So it's gonna have this pattern. We're gonna paint it black. Or well, silver, really. We're going to try to do what we can, but it's the inside of Cap's shield, so it shouldn't get a lot of view. Now, on the outside here, we're going to take a pen and we're going to draw where all the circles should be. We're probably going to do that first. And then because all the circles kind of had indented lines, we're going to go really slow, really slow with the knife. And we're just going to, and I honestly don't even trust myself to do that because it's going to look bad. The circles are going to look, they're going to look really rough. And I'm just not the biggest fan with how it's going to look. There are some lumpy parts to the shield, as you can see. I'd say most of the lumpy parts are where exactly. Either way, we're not going to be able to see most of those lumpy parts when we're done, so that's cool. So that's awesome. That, my guys, my friends, is pretty great. I love this costume, and I want to stay in it for almost the entirety, but that's just not going to happen. It's not viable. But if you are a fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this is sort of Hermit Purple. It would be so complicated to explain what it is. Anime's so weird. The Japanese, I'll never forgive them. I hate the Japanese. So with that in mind, it's time to get out of this guy. All this stuff is in preparation for Denver Pop Culture Con. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. So that's really cool. Wow, that stuff is just sticky. Sticky. Ow, 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 ow. No, it's cool. It's cool. We got it. Ah. Wow. Ah. That is going to be so comfortable. I can't wait to wear that for hours on end, every day, all day. That's going to look awesome. It's only about looking cool. No one cares how you feel on the inside, as long as you look cool on the outside. At least that's what my therapist tells me. And by my therapist, the guy in the bathroom above the sink. That's a mirror reference for those of you at home. I don't have a therapist. Therapy is not my thing. The mirror above the sink is my reflection. I won't explain the joke. You got to explain it. It's a bad joke. So I'm gonna put her purple and all the stuff for it right there, just because I don't feel like messing with it right now. So Captain America shield. How are we doing this? So these bits, they need to get sanded off. They do, and I really hate sanding because it's just gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. But yeah, bada bing, bada boom. You know, we gotta do it. You know. So I'm gonna sand those down. This guy, because we can't really sand down the center like any at all, we're just gonna plop it on. So we're probably gonna do that first. Is just plop this guy because we want to get it plopped on to help us control the way the shield is gonna be. So we'll just do that really quick. It'll make it easy. We've already heat formed both sides. I was trying to figure out whether or not I wanted to sand the edges down. I'm thinking I should. I honestly should, just because if we're gonna do it, if we're gonna do it, I want to do it right. To quote Captain America from old Avengers Endgame there. But seriously, what a great movie. And like, if there ever comes up like a time just to talk about Endgame, I'll totally do that. I don't care who's in the live stream. I'll do a warning, like, if you haven't seen Endgame, blah, 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 jump out now, it's your last chance. But like, anyone brings anything up, I'll talk about it. As long as you guys don't like straight up post like spoilers, like don't be like, how cool was it when X did X? And it's like, well, you kind of spoiled it. Instead, like, do some generic stuff, like, what was your favorite character, you know, or like who had the funniest lines. Then that's like easy. That's also kind of non-spoilery stuff too, so that's really cool. Sorry, I'm trying to get this all. Oh, fantastic. Captain Marvel's great. She's kind of mean, but that's sort of her thing, is being a little rude, being a little overconfident, a little overzealous. But I like it. I like it a lot, honestly. She was funny. The big end fight scene, if that's what you want to call it, between her and Jan Rog I laughed my way out of the theater. That was so great. I think she's great. She's funny as heck. She's awesome. Brie Larson, amazing actress. She was great in Scott Pilgrim and probably other movies that I'm sure she was in. Oh, I saw her in Skull Island. She was actually really good in Kong Skull Island. For anyone that's seen Kong Skull Island, great movie. Doctor Doom, Samuel L. Jackson, Loki, and Captain Marvel are in it. That came out in 2016, so it's a great movie. Loki has Tom Hiddleston has standout moments in Skull Island. If you're a fan of his, go check out Skull Island. You will not be disappointed. Nick Fury, he's like not Nick Fury in Skull Island, and it's awesome. Like, he's great. Captain Marvel in Skull Island, she is a reporter, so she's like got a camera, and she's like, oh, whoa, crazy monsters and stuff. So she has more of a supporting role. It's really like a Loki movie. So that's really cool. I think I'm trying to find like the relative center. And what's really cool about that is so to get this formed, we how do I explain the process? It's like so simple, but I'm trying to remember the word of the wrapping. It's like that clear plasticky wrap stuff they sell in the kitchen aisle. You know, it's that stuff. It's like wrap something. It's like Reynolds wrap, but it's not the tinfoil. It's the clear or whatever. So we did that. We took a yoga ball. We inflated a yoga ball. We put the foam. It was obviously flat when we started, but we put it on the yoga ball, and then we wrapped the clear wrap all the way around the yoga ball and around cling wrap. There we go. Thank you. Cling wrap. We totally wrapped it around this, and we left it in my car and tried to get as much sun as possible. So the sun formed the shield here, and also the stress of it being on the wrap. So that's really cool. Another cool thing, though, is because it was in my car for so long, it was like over a week, you can't really see them super well on camera, but the rings from the yoga ball are on it. Like, I can see when the light hits, I can see the rings, which is really cool. So we're gonna be doing that, and I think they line up about with these rings right here, which is really sweet. So yeah, and now just to be safe, because those rings are very faint, this is not going to be nearly as faint, and I'm just going to stand over it, make sure we have it pretty rough where it wants to be. It really doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't matter. If you've seen Endgame, I don't know. Even talking about it, I guess, is kind of a spoiler, I suppose, in a way, in its own way. There we go. Got our circle. So we have our circle. As you can sort of see this one in the camera now. You can see this. Oh, there you go. Yeah, once you get that on there, you can see the circle. So that's great. So we got the circle. Now what do we do once we have the circle? Well, we're going to glue that piece to that piece. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to sand this first. I need to move some stuff out. These are some really bad Captain America belts I got. Like, they don't look leather. They don't look cool. They look really just terrible. So, like, if you can see, they're all cloth and stuff. So what I'm using is I'm using them for the inside of the shield, because the actual shield has, like, these leather bits. So I'm using these ones to mimic these. So that's really cool. So that's what we're going to be doing. So I've got this little pillow here that I can set my shield down, face down. Thank you, Blake. Thank you. It's because I'm wearing this awesome tan polo. I know, right? Isn't that a great? It's a great look. I really appreciate that, Blake. Thank you for telling me I look nice. Lord knows no one else does. You guys. Blake's really pulling all the weight here right now, so step it up. Just saying. So now everybody's favorite part of the show is when I go ahead and I put it's when I put this mask on, so you can like barely hear me, and I gotta talk so incredibly loud. Oh yeah. So cool. So here's what we're gonna do first. I'm gonna move that out of the way. Oh. I'm so sorry. I keep getting ahead of myself. I don't know how many times I have to say it, but I'm going to sand it first. So I don't know why. I don't know why I keep jumping ahead like that. I'm going to sand the stupid ring first. That pencil goes there. That goes down there. So what we're going to do, to catch some, not all, most, but some of the little dust bits, we're going to put the sander in a box like this, which is just great. So it's going to get really loud, and it's only going to be really loud for, I would say, it's going to be really loud, maybe a minute. It's going to be like maybe a minute. If you want to step away for a minute, you want to turn the volume down for just, it's literally like a minute, because it's this circle is not that wonky. It's just wonky enough to bother me, so it's not going to take too long. So yeah, it's going to get loud in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we are. Does your roommate know you do this in your house? My roommate is my brother. He does not care, so that's great. He's also not here right now, so that's awesome. The neighbors that side moved out. The neighbors upstairs moved out, so no one cares. I certainly don't care because I sleep right there. So all these particles that I'm making right now, I'm gonna breathe that in later. And you know who cares? Not this guy. Blatant disregard for my own health. That's okay. Why am I making a second shield? That's a great question, Ashley. This one is going to be more of a stunt shield. So right now, this shield is awesome. It is my prize, my whatever. It's only plastic. It's only $100. I didn't get like the $300 metal one. But this other shield, I can be kind of mean to it. I can like do. I did this great roll. If you ever seen Three Musketeers, which none of you have, I don't think. Maybe Alyssa, but. I do this really sick roll one time as D'Artagnan when I have the sword, but the sword is not going to get hurt. This big, plastic shield, it might get hurt when I do a roll. Like Captain America is a really mobile person. Protective gloves. That's fantastic. My perfectionism is showing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Where are my protective gloves? I'm really happy to do this. Last time I didn't wear gloves, I did when I had a really small piece, and I think it was basically like this. What the piece was, is I was holding it like this, the foam, and I got it, and I got my finger caught. It was actually this finger. I got it caught right here, and it sanded it down, right? So it had like sand marks. What was great was I was like, oh, I'm not bleeding or anything. But then I pressed it, and all these little pieces of blood squeezed up like that because the sanding didn't just scrape it flat. It scraped it and it got little bits in there. It was so crazy. Since then, I was wearing gloves, but then I left them in my car. So that's why I'm not wearing gloves. So that's really cool. It's going to get a little loud again because I realized I made a little bit of a mess with the sanders. So I'll cut your heart with a spoon. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go out here. Also, the fact that Ashley had to ask, why are you making another shield from Endgame, shows that you didn't watch Endgame very well, because he was moving up and crazy. And the fact of the matter that you didn't watch Endgame really hurts my feelings, because it's like 3 weeks old by this time. What do we got Simeon saying? PPE is important. As your OSHA lawyer, I encourage you to abide by corrective policies. Is that like personal pairing expertise? OSHA is overt, sayonara, ham-on, anime. Those are bad. Those are terrible words. Those are terrible words. What do we do? Obvious, stupid, heartfelt apologies. OSHA lawyer. That's a lot better. I think that's a lot better of an acronym, actually. Let's scroll it here a little bit. I'll cut you with the spoon. So not in our play, sir. Not in our play. So Ken, you don't talk mad at me. Blame Ken Ludwig, the playwright, because he copied kind of the first book in the play, and he didn't have that one. So, and if that's like from Man in the Iron Mask or something from any other later book besides the very first Three Musketeers book, then I don't know. Blake, all right? Okay, so then you know exactly why I'm making an extra shield. Like, you shouldn't even ask. You know it's gonna, if there's someone who hasn't seen Endgame, leave the live stream right now, because you're seeing this is like recorded. This is 30 seconds early. This warning is 30 seconds early for you. Leave the live stream right now. Ashley, I know Blake and Simeon have seen it, so I'm okay with saying this. But you know why I'm making a new one. It gets all chopped up to pieces. Yeah, so I gotta make a new, I'm not gonna, you think I'm gonna chop this guy up? You're nuts. You're insane. You need to go to a hospital. You need to seek professional help. I ain't doing this not to my baby girl. Are you kidding me? This is like one of the few reasons why 2017 wasn't the worst year of my life, is because this came out. That's why I like that year so much. This damn shield happens. Excuse my language. That's like, yeah, okay. I'm not even about to cut this baby up. Not gonna happen. So not gonna happen. So yeah, like I had to say a bunch of BS about wanting to move or something because I didn't know if you'd seen it or not yet. But yeah, I mean, you know the answer to that question. If you've seen the movie, you know the answer to why we're making a new shield. So yeah. We're also, this is really cool, but we're almost done with Thor's hammer. So I'm really excited with how it's coming out right now. This is a foam, this is a convention safe one. This little piece is just a filler. But I really like the runes on the top. I did like my best with them. I really enjoyed it. It's really cool. I didn't find any brown leather. I only had black, but whatever. I really don't think it's gonna matter that much. It's terrible. It's really bad. Like these things, they slope this way instead of go straight down. So I already really screwed up making this hammer. I don't really care that much because it's gonna be in pictures like this. Which is also an Endgame spoiler, I guess. Why would this guy need a Thor hammer? I know I'm not exactly going to cosplay Thor, especially from Endgame. But it's so sick because my last one didn't have a handle, and this one does. So I can swing it around. It's so cool. It's like so dope. I'm like, it's like my Wii remote strap. You know, I seriously, I love this thing so much. Thor cosplayers, They get to have so many like fun toys. It's so fun. So I'm really happy that I finally get to make one. The other one I had that you might have seen in pictures is actually a toolbox, so I can't bring that into a convention because the hammer is an actual hammer, and it's a weapon. A hammer's a weapon. It's just a really close range one. So yeah, like Like they're not gonna let me take that into a convention just because it has a plastic case over it, you know? So yeah. But this guy, oh, I can't wait to paint this guy. That was probably my jaw drop moment of Endgame, is when X did the X, you know? I mean, it's spoiled. It's spoiled for you at this point. If you're tuning in, there's Endgame spoilers. Sorry, I'm a bad person. It's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So yeah, you have no one to blame but yourself. Unless you are locked in a cabin somewhere and can't see Endgame, it's not on me if it gets spoiled for you. I mean, it's in the title, for goodness sake. It says Endgame spoilers. It doesn't say question mark because I didn't know how far we were going to get with the Shield tonight. So, yeah. Na, 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 eh, ah, ah, ah,
I don't know the words to the song, but I really like the beat. I don't know the name of the song either, so sue me. Sue me, sue me, what can you do me? I love you. That is from a musical called Guys and Dolls. So yeah. This is going to stick about as well as you think it's going to. Because it's a very rigid surface. And it's a very flat surface. So it's going to stick sort of okay, but not as good as I want. So because we're going to be using it a lot, like this is going to see a lot of wear and tear, I'm going to do 2 coats of this. All right, it's not something I normally do. So we're doing 2 coats of contact cement because it might get ripped off. It's glued to itself. It's very strong, but it could get ripped off. So that is why we are doing what we are doing. So we're going to totally contact cement these pieces, right? And then we're going to let them almost completely dry, and then we're going to add more contact cement. Why are we doing this? How does adding more on top of the dry stuff help it stick better? That's a great question. I honestly don't know. I literally have no idea how that helps at all. But other people that are smarter than me say that it does, so we're going to do what they do. Because not only are they smarter than me, they're just a little bit better than I am at the whole cosplay thing, which is like, I guess I wouldn't say 50% of cosplayers are better than me. I don't want to say that I'm really good at it or that I'm better than anyone else, but I'm not bad. Like, as far as sewing goes, I'm in like top, like bottom, like, yeah, I'm pretty low. Like, there's 99% of people are better in cosplay sewing than I am. Because all I do is needle and thread a couple of things sometimes. So, yeah. We're going to go ahead and grab these pieces.
I'm going to throw them over there so I don't have to smell them. So I can take my ham-on training mask off. Then, because it's so beautiful outside, I'm going to crack the window a little bit because and I'm okay with sleeping in the dust particles because they're more over here, but those are toxic fumes that are in the air. So if you ever wonder why I do certain things, it's because I've got no regard for this guy. This guy, he's not getting me very far. These guys, yeah, pretty far, probably. I don't know. I'm going to put this on for a little bit. All the toxic air is not completely gone yet, so woo!
8:43 right now. So we're going to check him in about 5 minutes. Now, am I really going to check him in 5 minutes? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Freaking sue me, all right? So, yeah, I know. Just don't say anything. I understand what I just did. I understand why it's stupid. But I did it so just get over yourself. This is going to be the shield handle, and it's going to be glued to this guy. Okay? Now we can't just glue it to this guy, because this guy's not sealed yet. But this guy is going to have something glued under it, and it's going to go through it. So, stay with me now. Check this out, if you will. This device. We need to make a slit, 2 cuts, for this to go through. Okay? I got to line up these 2 pieces, because they're going to go like this. All right? So we're going to line these guys up about, there it is, with our ruler here. I want them to about be, that's perfect right there. That is perfect. About right there. About like that. So I want them to be about like that. So we're going to trace them. All right, you're watching. Are you watching? We lost so many people. That really hurt my feeling. It didn't. I really don't care. So cow. We're going to make these so we know where those go. And we're going to eyeball it because it worked so well last time. We are going to double check this part though. Nice. So they really don't totally line up that well. I don't really care, so it's fine. But now that we know where those 2 pieces line up, it's going to make it a lot easier to figure out where to cut the holes on this guy. So it needs to be something like this. I would say, yes, I love gold. Are you following me? Okay, cool. So I'm going to do like there, and then something. Do those line up? Yeah, they sort of do. They sort of do. Think those line up? You guys think those line up pretty well? I think they do. I think they line up.
Oh, sweet, it's gone. I think they line up really well. Like, it's amazing how well they line up, personally. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut 2 little holes here, enough to just fit these guys through, so that way they can come through. What's cool, though, is we have these other bits. They look the part. They don't feel the part. They're not metal or anything. But then we can put those guys right here, and guess what? Haha, they don't overlap with the other stuff. Nice. That'll let plenty of room for my arm to be in there, so that's dope. Cool. Cut these dudes. Those felt like really bad cuts. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't think I liked them that much. Boop. Boop, boop. There we go. First one. Nice. All right, cool. Time for the second one. Here we go. That was bad. I hated every second of that cut because it didn't end up the way I wanted it to. We need to clean that up a little. Normally I wouldn't care. I still would care. It looks too clean. Okay, there we go. It's not nearly wide enough. I think we need to go slightly lower. That's why the knife is dull. And I really messed up on this cut. That's okay. It'll be covered by something else. The knife is dull, though. All work and no play makes, like, Jack? I want to say his name's Jack. A dull boy. There we go. A self-tightening thing because it's going to be glued down. So it looks dumb. It does, albeit it looks pretty stupid right now. But don't worry about it because it's all going to be glued down first. So when this is putting pressure on this, it won't matter. Now, I'm going to take these out. So what's really cool is I did this and I left little flaps there so they would have something to pull against. So that's great. So it's something like against the grain. Like, you know how when you have a fish hook, it doesn't just go like this. It also has a little side piece that goes like that. So when you try to pull it out, or even pull it out this way, it has a secondary hook. You understand the reference, so it's okay. Howdy, let's get rowdy. Gonna record tomorrow. Really excited, especially to see if Scott Porter. So I'm bouncing between two things. He's either going to pull an ultra chase again, or he's going to pull the exact chase we still have yet to see. Now, if he pulls either, I'd pretty much say WizKids rigs the bricks. But really, who's to say? Because it's not me to call anyone out. It really doesn't matter. If he pulls like Captain America, or if he pulls Red Skull or something like that, like a chase that's like not really one we like are. I mean, I love both those chases, right? I just named two chases. Like, so if he pulls Starbrand, who we could say so far has been kind of the lamest chase, even though he's still pretty awesome in it, right? That would be, I would say, like, okay, it's not rigged at all. He pulls like Starbrand or someone like that. See, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be the last chase we haven't seen. Chris is so on edge about the thing because he wants Phoenix to be the chase so we can collect them all before he has to go. And I just don't. And I really hate to have the mindset, but I don't think Phoenix is going to be the last chase because it's going to be Iron Man because we saw Iron Man. You know, like, it's a huge bummer. It honestly is. And I hate it because he doesn't get to complete that before he leaves, and I'm just like, I'm mad for him, but I understand why because WizKids doesn't mix X-Men or whatever. For those of you who don't know, it's a game called HeroClix. If you're curious to learn more about HeroClix, listen to Dial H for HeroClix podcast that I do. Not all the talk is going to be completely over your head. Most of it, yes, but since we're not a meta podcast, we're not going to be saying a ton of words you don't understand. We're going to relatively keep it sort of simple, and we have a very friendly vibe and atmosphere. So if you want to know what HeroClix is, go check that out. This is for people that are watching back. I assume the only two people in here are probably Simeon and Christian. I assume a lot of things. I assume genders all the time, so maybe I'm not the best judge. But yeah, that's how it is. So now what we're going to do is has it been 5 minutes? Oh, it's been way past 5 minutes. Oh, this is perfectly dry. Perfectly dry, as all things should be. Though bringing it back over here reminds me that it's still incredibly toxic, and even though it's dry, it still has a lot of fumes. So
Woo! There we go. Breathing again. There it is. There it is. See, she popped in to say it. She had to say it. It's been way past 5 minutes. But I totally reacted before I saw that comment, so it's okay. It's okay. Let me feel it, actually. Oh, yeah. Do you feel that? Do you hear that? That is it just barely being a surface that's not smooth, but it's not sticky. But it's so, God, I love that. You can, yeah, oh, you don't understand how nice that is. Ah. Safety first, as always. Clarice. That was rude. Do 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 do. Elmo world. I really want to make sure the outside seam, more so than the inside, is very heavy with the glue, and here's why. Because if it's going to peel obviously from the outside first. So yeah. There should be little to no stress on this piece. God, it's so beautiful. I'm so good at everything I do. I'm going to put that there. And we're going to put it boop, up and over there. Now we do this. So I am using, it's kind of two, no, it's one type. I don't know why I say two. It is called EVA foam. I used to understand what the E, the V, and the A stood for when I did a speech about it. But it's been at least a year since I did that speech, and I don't have to know what it stands for. I can just roll with the punches. So I don't remember what it stands for anymore, but it's vinyl acetate. So the V and the A is vinyl acetate. The E, I forget. I always forget the E. The E stands for everyone. So everyone vinyl acetate. It doesn't stand for everyone, but that's kind of like a joke, or it can be. So it's EVA foam. EVA foam is basically, so there's several different types of foam, right? So there's memory foam, which is very porous, spongy, whatever. That's memory foam, right? There is craft foam, which is EVA foam, but craft foam itself, it's this. It's very thin. This is craft foam, right? It's EVA foam, but I'm so happy that the camera autofocuses. It's such a godsend. So yeah, that's craft foam. This is the exact same foam that this is, but it's thinner. So that's really cool. We're going to keep this stuff in front of us. We're going to keep the mask on because we only want to do 2 layers, and we're going to connect to them after this. It has a working time of about, see how it wasn't totally dry when I checked it, and that was honestly about 7 or like almost 10 minutes. It has a working time of about 10 minutes. So it's around 10 minutes for the glue. Now, foam itself, it is porous. You know, this is heat sealed, so you can't see the pores. That's kind of, so you know those foam blocks?
You know those foam blocks you see all over the place, those mats, that puzzle piece linked together that also have this really weird material on the backside? That is EVA foam. It's incredibly awesome because once it's sealed and painted, you can make it look like literally anything. Like you make it look like leather to metal to all sorts of stuff. It's really great. And also it's super, super simple to work with because you can cut it, you can do all sorts of things. It's really great. I'm just going to go ahead and put the mask back on.
Sorry about that. I can only kill so many brain cells. I know my eyes look droopier, but that's because this is pulling on my face. Not so much I'm killing my brain. Yes, absolutely. If they are made out of this stuff, it's popular with kids stuff, the puzzle piece foam, because it's yellow and red and blue and stuff like that. You can totally turn it into cosplay. It's awesome. I want to think of a few things that I can grab offhand, but none of them are in my room right now. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer. No finished products are here. But if you haven't seen it before, Christian, I assume you have this guy, the Iron Man chest piece sort of thing. This is all. That's all EVA foam, so it's really cool. And it's light. It's so light. It's great. So that's awesome. Insulation foam I have used before. I used it to make an axe. Here's my one problem with it. There's so much pink dust everywhere. That's my only problem with it. Besides that, it's awesome. It can snap like that. It is not very strong. This stuff, I can't just snap it. I can stretch it, and I can really make it look bad, but I can't just break it in half, you know? Insulation foam is great, because you can keep gluing those guys together. It's a thick block, and you can just cut and sand away. I do like using it as material. I don't have it here because I cannot clean all that stuff up. It's impossible. But it's not a bad material. It really isn't. I myself don't make a lot of things, or I haven't yet, where I would use that material so much. So what's crazy is that stuff is also called foam, and it's nothing like this. It is like 0% like this. It is thick. It's thick, and it's also brittle. It's just like a completely different thing, but we also call it foam. So yeah, it's crazy. You know, a memory foam, nothing like this, nothing like that stuff either, but it's still called foam. Foam is just, it's such a weird term. I hate it. I hate it sometimes. I'm waiting for this to dry. Sorry. If I get sidetracked really easily, it's because I'm waiting for stuff to dry. There's not much to do. You get kind of bored in the workshop. So yeah. I recently watched, for the very first time, Once Upon a Deadpool. It's really good. It's a really good movie. I really enjoy it a lot. It's Deadpool 2 without a lot of cursing in it. So, like, Deadpool fans didn't like it because they like the swearing, they like the inappropriate, blah, 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 blah. That was my biggest problem with the first Deadpool, is I just didn't like all that stuff. You need to put that in. I love blood, violence, bullets going through a guy's skull, coming out the other side. You know, that's awesome. But I got a problem with swearing, so go figure, whatever. Some dust got on this. I hate that when that happens. That sucks. But Once Upon a Deadpool is really cool. You should obviously see Deadpool 2 first, just to understand it, right? And then Once Upon a Deadpool is awesome. It's probably one of my favorite. Sorry, I yawned. I definitely like it more than Deadpool 2. But you have to watch Deadpool 2 to appreciate it, so that, you know, there's a little bit of give and take there. You also have to watch The Princess Bride before you see it to understand some aspects of it, too. Otherwise, you're going to be like, why is he talking to this guy? Why is this funny? So, yeah, that's cool. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're waiting on glue to dry, guys. It takes a while to dry. I don't know what to tell you. It does these things. Hey, Tony, it takes a time. We gotta wait for it to be almost dry. Not like dry. Not like a cracker dry. Not like the Sahara Desert dry. It's like a tacky dry. It's like it's not wet, but it's like a tacky. See? The Princess Bride. And people are not going to like me for this. It is not fundamentally a good movie. It is a great quote. It's got some of the greatest quotes and little tiny character moments, but like as a whole movie, it's so weird. Like, it's so weird. People love The Princess Bride. I used to hate it. I used to hate it because I had a friend who liked it, and I didn't like that guy very much. So I used to hate it. I'd never seen it until like 2015 or so. I used to totally hate that movie. But I got a respect for it after watching it like 3 more times. If you watch any movie with the wrong people, you're not gonna like the movie. If you watch it with the right people, you're gonna really like the movie. If you watch it by yourself and no person is with you at all, then you're gonna decide for yourself whether you like it or not. That is why I would never take a girl on a date for our first date to a movie. Not that I've ever dated a girl, but I would never take her to a movie because A, it's super awkward. You're sitting next to each other for 2 hours and you're like, I'm doing this because I can't do that because we barely know each other. So it's stupid, terrible idea. I enjoy it. I really do. After watching it, because like I grew to love medieval stuff, sort of. So I like it. I don't know how I wasn't born in the right time. That makes no sense to me because I like Terminator. I actually don't like RoboCop. I like Star Wars. I love freaking Star Wars. I like old timey wrestling. I love that stuff. Andre the Giant is in it, so I like him. Not because he's a wrestler, because he's just cool. You know. I like Men in Tights, that other movie that the guy who played Prince. He's not a prince. His no, don't say it. Don't say it. I'll think of it. Wesley, the guy who plays Wesley. I like him in Robin Hood, and that was a fun movie. So I definitely wasn't born in the right time. It depends about like you want to talk about movies that I'm born in this era, right? I'm like Generation X or Z or something. I'm not a millennial. I'm too young to be a millennial. But like I hated Arrival. Arrival, I'm gonna do.
Arrival, the movie with Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams. Arrival is one of my least favorite movies of all time. And that is my era, this time, whatever. Freaking hate that movie. So I don't believe in being Carrie. Well, I wasn't trying to think of his real name. I don't know his real name. Apparently it's Carrie Elwes. Iluz. RoboCop, I've only ever seen the 2013 version. I sort of liked it. It wasn't terrible. Never saw the old 80s one because it looks boring. I'm not going to lie. Like, he looks stiff and weird. It looks boring.
Annie Mel Brooks. I really like Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs. So those are also movies that are based around that culture in that time. And I know you're just teasing. I know, it's fine. It's whatever. But Mel Brooks, he makes great movies. I love Blazing Saddles, love Spaceballs. My dad loves to quote Blazing Saddles a lot, and it's funny. It's so great. Because Blazing Saddles, at the heart of it, is making fun of the fact that there are so many Westerns being made at that time. Ah, it's the gross wet. It wasn't the sticky wet. It was the gross, actually wet. Ah, nasty. Nasty. The store is better. I don't know what the store is. Sorry. Similar stories, but the old one is better. I don't know which old one. Oh, RoboCop. Yeah. I assume so. People did not like the 2013 one at all. I liked how he looked. I thought he looked really sick. I actually own an action figure of him, so I think he looked really cool. But yeah, I assume they were like a dude almost totally loses his body. I like Judge Dredd a lot, and all his movies, except for the 2013 one, are terrible. But Sylvester Stallone being Judge Dredd is just so funny, so that's awesome. Yeah, the comments come in after a while. Like, I've already said the thing like a minute ago, and then the comments come in, and because of how my brain works, it's always just blah, 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 rattling. So it takes me a while. I have to glue the clues together, looking for, like, everything here. Sorry about that. I'm just kids these days always looking at those gosh darn phones. I tell you what. We're trying to get a little bit of air movements because I want it to dry already. I want it to be dry. Be dry. It's taken a long time. It really is. It's taken forever. This piece is ready to go. It's like, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Bum, 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 bum. Sweet Caroline, good times never felt so good.
So good.
So good.
So good.
And then, the rest of the words, because I don't know them.
My nose is just so bad. It sweats so bad in that mask.
So speaking of Princess Bride, turns out I'm going to go to Denver Pop Culture Con in about 15 days. About 12 days, actually. So, like, Neil Diamond, I don't know who that is. I assume he sings either Put Me in Coach or Sweet Caroline, if those are even the names of the songs. I don't know. I wasn't born in the right time. Sorry, that was just mean. But no, I'm actually gonna meet. I say meet. I'm gonna try to get a photo shoot or an autograph with Wesley from The Princess Bride, since he's gonna be at Denver Pop Culture Con. So yeah, I really want to see what I should do. I don't know if I would get an autograph, I'd have to like buy a copy of The Princess Bride. But then like getting an autograph DVD, like do I put that on a shelf? I don't have any shelves, And then if I get a picture, like I'll post it, and then I don't know, do I give out, like, is that my Christmas card? Me and Wesley? But it's like old Wesley, so you can like sort of tell they sort of look the same, but like time is whatever. So I don't know. I don't know what to do, honestly. I don't know whether to get an autograph. They have Funko Pop from The Princess Bride, so I could have them sign a Funko Pop. That could be cool. I don't know. But the reason I'm contemplating him is because he's like $50 or $60 for a photo. But like Patrick Warburton was the Tick. Whatever else he's in, I do not care. Patrick Warburton is the freaking Tick to me. I love the Tick so much. I love Patrick Warburton's version of it. But he's $70 to do a picture, or it's like 60 or whatever for an autograph. It's so much money to interact with these people, and it's cool, but like, man, it's a lot of money. Twitter, I have to check Twitter because me and Chris communicate on Twitter, so I have to check Twitter. Okay, it's nothing. It's so close. It's so close. Oh, that's right. He's Kronk. So I actually knew him as Kronk way before I knew him as Tick. So that's another really good one. So honestly, maybe just doing a picture where like we're posing would be really cool. I forgot he was Kronk. It's such a good movie. Oh, it's such a good movie, dude. It's so good. So
this is a great story. Emperor's New Groove is one of my all-time favorites because as a kid growing up, there was the Emperor's New Groove TV show where Cusco had to go back to high school or like whatever, and Kronk was like his classmates and to spy on him, but he was like just really a good friend. And I gotta put this back on, sorry.
Because it's hard to breathe. It's physically hard to breathe, But yeah. So I'll try not to do that again. Oh boy. It's tough. It's tough. It's really tough, guys. It is good. It's a good movie. I really like the TV show. So there was a Mary Poppins. It wasn't Mary Poppins. What is it? It's the lady who looks better when you act better. She's like a really ugly nanny. I can't remember her name, but there were 2 Disney movies about it. She's just wicked ugly. She's got a mole, and she's got a weird nose, but every time the kids acted better, she would get prettier, like her nose would straighten out, her mole would disappear. She would tap her cane and like gas would come from it and magic would happen. I totally forgot the name of that movie. Nanny McPhee. Look at this guy. What is on the ball, this guy? So that was a movie, and we were in a big city. But I said I could either go to that movie with my family, and I'm like 10, 12 or whatever. But I'm like, the movie looks lame as hell. So I'm going to stay at home or stay in the hotel room, and I'm going to watch Cusco because it was like the premiere night for the animated TV show or something like, or it was like a special or whatever. So I stayed in the hotel room and I watched the animated show with my dad, and that was awesome. Props to him for not switching it to like the World Series of Poker, letting me watch my cartoon. Great parenting right there. And then later I ended up eventually seeing Nanny McPhee like on TV or whatever with my sister. And did I make the right call? That movie sucked. Like, it was just garbage. Like, especially if it was 10-year-old me watching it, I would have been bored out of my mind. It was just like, it was okay. It was like wacky or whatever, but it wasn't good. So I definitely made the right call watching The Emperor Goes to High School or whatever it was called at that time, you know. So yeah. Once again, Calder's a genius. He sees the future. He understands that that's not that great of a movie. So yeah. And it had Thomas Brody Sangster in it. I remember that because my sister really likes him. I don't know why. He is short. He's homely as hell. But he was Ferb. So I gotta respect him because he was Ferb. He was Ferb and face of Ferb. How can you not respect Ferb? But Thomas Brody Sangster, he's one of the hardest actors to look at because he looks gross. He just looks like he's called Newt in The Maze Runner, and he actually looks like a physical newt, like a human version of a newt. And that's you can make a lot of teenage girls mad at you. Teenage girls that like book movies, for sure. I can't hate on Josh Hutcherson. He's in a teenage girl movie, but he's my man. Josh Hutcherson's my man, dude. Peter's my man. What else? Who's another? The Divergent series. Remember where there was that time where all those teenage girl book movies were just being made? Hunger Games, Divergent, Maze Runner, all that stuff. And then we just kind of stopped. You know, Fault in Our Stars, teenage girl book movie. And then we cut that out. I'm really happy we cut that out because my sister would read all those books. And because she wanted someone to talk to about those books, I'm her twin, she made me read all those books. And I ended up kind of liking them a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Divergent, I did not like at all. Divergent was probably my least favorite book series. Hunger Games was awesome. I really like the second book of Hunger Games the best. For Haymitch. Haymitch is the only reason. And Woody Harrelson is also the best part of that movie, so that's cool. So that was pretty true to character. Maze Runner might have been my favorite one, though. The books are 1,000 times better than movies, but I heavily enjoyed Maze Runner. It was a really good book series. Yeah. As much as I rag on them, they weren't bad at all. They were really good. Books were better. Yes, I would say almost on par for each of those movies. The books are better. Divergent, they're both garbage. They're both absolutely terrible, not interesting at all. But for sure, Hunger Games, the books were better. And I hate being one of those people that says the books were better. Because I saw the first Hunger Games movie, so I didn't read that book. Because I'm like, in my mind, I already saw the movie. Why do I need to read the book? And then I watched and then I read the other books, and I wasn't confused at all. I totally understood what was going on. There was like one character that's not in the movie that's in the books, and it was like whenever they would bring her up, it was weird. But like, who cares, honestly? Oh yeah, Maze was great. I did see Aragon in theaters. I never read the book, and because the movie was so terrible, I never read the book, and I have no want to read it. Oh, it's almost there. I don't want this to get dry. I'm so worried about this piece not matching up with that piece. We're gonna cheat a little. We're gonna cheat a little. We're gonna use a little bit of heat. And we don't want to use too much because then it will undo the shield here.
Oh, goodness gracious, golly gosh. So we're gonna put this up. We want it to stay to the round curved. What this is gonna do, this little piece, it's gonna let us glue other things on, and it's also going to be there's not going to be as much stress on the actual dome, so it's not going to change the dome shape, and that's really important. Oh yeah, it's Captain America shield. Anyone who's not in yet, we're already at an hour, but we're going to go further than an hour because I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I don't care. We're making Captain America shield from Avengers Endgame. Spoilers for the next sentence. The reason it's still one big piece is because I had to get it formed that way, but once we get the lines drawn on it, we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it, baby. We're going to pretty much almost completely make it, except the paint job, and then we're going to cut it. And I can't wait. I cannot freaking wait. You shouldn't have had to ask, because if you've seen the movie, you should know why I'm making a second shield. And I know I'm getting started, and you literally said, oh, don't get him started. But it's really easy to get me started. So here we are. Here we are. That reminds me, I need to mark off the bits. I need to look at the reference here. I can cap my marker back on. The reference is on my phone under some stuff here. I gotta look. But some of these bits aren't as perfectly round as I want them to be. And I want the round parts to obviously be the bottom part of the shield that's not cut off. So I need to look at it to decide what part I want to be the true bottom part. Because there are lumps. These guys, these lumps right here. These lumps, I don't like how they are. Are there lumps like that that feel that bad? No. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. This lets me know the lumpy side. I do not like these. You can tell. You can sort of see the lumps. You can see them. You can tell how they're just gross. I don't like looking at them. I'm going to scroll to see a comment. I guarantee it's lol. How good am I? How good am I? I see this as an absolute win because I guessed it. I knew it was going to be lol. I knew it. I just knew it. Because that's what moms with computers do. They just say lol. Well, I assume you're on your phone, I guess, actually. Boom roasted. So yeah, it's cool. That's not bad at all. Yeah. So this is crazy. This is so crazy cool. I love what we're making. I love what we're doing here. So now, here's what we're going to take out this guy. Take out this guy. We're going to make some magic happen here, folks. So like that is basically the rim of the shield. I need to make an inside rim, outside rim, outside rim. So it's going to be 3 rims. I think this is going to be tough because I'm not great at this. First time making a shield here. I think we want it to be 2.5 inches. So I think this is our point. For the outside red ring. This shield is in diameter, at the very least, 2 inches smaller than that shield. I can check. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I can literally check. I literally made myself a tool so I can check this. The diameter of this shield, yes, it's actually, I'll check it from the middle, dum-dum. It's about, what would I say? Its dome is higher, so it makes it look longer. So this shield is at least 24.5 inches. This is barely 23. So it's slightly smaller. The only reason I'm okay with it being slightly smaller is because it's going to be about a half, right? Like it's not total half, but it's about a half. So that's the only reason it's cool to be smaller, which is cool. So, oh, nice. I just ate. I shouldn't be tired at all. I just ate. Looking at a reference, there's a few different references. So there are, I'm looking at the Hot Toys Captain America right now. And then if I go up, there's also this reference where it shows more of the star taken off or less of the star. So in the movie, to me, it looked like Thanos almost barely got some of the star off. Almost none, right? To me. In some parts, he took 2 of the star points and he got those chopped off. In screen caps that I took from a clip online, like this one right here, it looks like he just, I gotta wait for it to autofocus. It looks like he just barely clipped one of the points of the star off. And yeah, it looks so crazy. But then if you check this one, like, it's weird. It's so weird. How do I look at this really quick? Sorry. Give me a second. Here are my screen caps. They're pretty bad, actually. I'm gonna delete them. I'm gonna delete all three of these because they're basically the same as these other ones. Except these ones are better. You can see the star more. So like the way the star looks. And I know we're like focusing a lot on something. I'm not even doing right now. Oh, that's cool. The star actually doesn't look like it's whatever, that version of the shield. Oh, I guess, but all these references say they are, so okay. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna go with this reference. It is a professionally made action figure based on the movie. Even if it doesn't look 100%, I mean, if someone walks up to me and says, oh, you took about an inch off of the star point there, so your costume's just totally wrong, I'm gonna just punch him in the face really hard. So it doesn't matter at all. But I want to make sure I get it right. You know, it's important to me that I get it upside. I didn't mean to flip whoever's watching off. That's so rude. But it's important to me to get it right. Because, like, spoilers for Endgame, anyone watching it, like, that's Captain America. That's pretty much going to be the only way I cosplay him from now on. You know? Maybe I'll go back and do whatever. But, like, Captain America, Broken Shield and Mjolnir, that's Captain America. Like, that's his most definitive version. That is Captain America me. Like, because that's just everything I've ever wanted to see ever in a movie. Like, that is such a perfect, beautiful combination of all these things I've wanted to see, and they put it in one movie, and they made it so perfect. They did it so well. And that's one reason Endgame's better than Infinity War. I mean, if you think Infinity War is a better movie, whatever, go for it. Captain America did that much. Like, he's like down here. Like, this is how much he did in Infinity War. This is how much he did in Endgame. Okay, it's way above the other arm because he was almost the star of Endgame. In my eyes, I'm biased. I mostly pay attention to Captain America. Like, that's a fact. So yeah. So we're gonna try to make these rings. This is what I said the center was, but it's so not the center. Like, you can tell. That might actually be sort of the center. I don't know. I do not know. I'm so bad at this. I need to make it as, that's a nice level area right there. We take our little pin here. We put it through this guy here. I have duct tape on these so it doesn't rip the paper. And then I sort of put it there. And I want to see if they match up on both sides of the shield. I want to see that if I leave it there, if it's relatively the same all the way around. So far, it's good. This side, not even. That side, not even close to even. Way off. And then this side is whatever. So this center is not the center at all. And I failed a lot of stuff in school. I don't know if I know exactly how to make the center, but we're going to try. It would have been easier to find the center when it was flat. So let's do it this way. Even then, that's not the pure center. Yeah, I knew making these shield rings was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough. Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Good times never felt so. In order to find the center of the shield, oh yeah, I cried. I teared up. I'm not gonna say I cried because I got to keep some of my manhood relatively in charge. Not that there's much left. So, but no, yeah, Captain America. That was, to me, that was a fitting end. You can't kill off everyone, and you basically had to write Chris Evans out of the story. You had to be like, well, he's not going to be in it anymore, so we got to write him out. So how do we end this character? I didn't cry when he was like an old man, but when they were dancing, I cried. I'm going to be honest, I cried. That was so beautiful. All right, so we're going to do something like this. Oh, side of my room that I didn't clean. Oh no. All right. Let's find the stupid center already. I'm tired of not knowing where it is. Bum, bum, bum. Good times never felt so good. It's like there. I want to say. I don't want to say it's there. I don't know where the other spiky pin thing went. Now I'm too scared to ask. I almost want to just cut out the shield. Because it's irritating the hell out of me. Let's see what we got going on here. Ugh. I like those words, whatever the hell those mean. Let's read them. Let's read them not upside down. Take a string, put it across it, and then measure it flat. Mark it. Put it. Oh, well, okay. Well, just say it like that then, don't you? See, now that I read them like that, it makes a little more sense. There's the other pin. I was worried about that. I thought I lost. I thought I was going to step on it later. A string. I don't know if I have any string. Bruh moment, to be honest. Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Good times never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. Sweet Caroline, bum, bum, bum. Good times never felt so good. You know, I have a string of some kind somewhere. I don't freaking know. Huh. All right. So that's where it comes to in the shield. That is 23.4 inches. Where's the center? We need weight. So let's get the black mark here. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we are. All right. 23. Let's just make 22, and then whatever. 22 divided by 2 equals 11. So that's 11 here, but it's actually 23 something. So It's going to be 11.2, I want to say, because it's 2 off. Because it's 4? Yeah. So there we go. Math's hard. Math is hard. Leave me alone. Dear Lord, is that legit the center? Wow. I'm not saying the way we did it was wrong. I'm just a little blown away, I guess. So we're going to mark it like that. We're going to try that out. We're going to try this piece. Pow, pow. That looks pretty center to me. That looks pretty good. Yes, we did use headphones as our only string or whatever. Make do with what you got. I'm not a string man. I'm a spider man. I can't just make string pop out of. What do you want me to do? Work magic? Get out of here. Get out of town. Or that. Knocking on my awesome headphones. Excuse you. All right. I mean, hell yeah, sure, let's go for it. I mean, it is pretty much lining up the same-ish. It's not lining up on these bumpy spots. I don't care about the bumpy spots. It lines up how I want it to, where it is. So I'm okay with calling that the center. It doesn't line up perfectly. I'm a flawed man who makes flawed stuff. And that's the coolest part about this, is that it is also a flawed shield, because it is destroyed. Endgame spoilers, destroyed. So I don't care. I don't have to care. No one's paying me to make it. I'm just making this for fun. Like I do pretty much everything. I'm like One Punch Man. I'm just a cosplayer for fun. I'm a hero for fun, man. Leave me alone. But it is 9:40, excuse the burp. And it was great. We found the center. We glued a piece together. What else did we do? Good Lord. We glued a piece together. Cool. We get a lot done here. I love it. We had some great conversation. We had a good time. I'm going to count this as a win. I didn't actually check if this was episode 48. I think it is. So yeah, so that's really cool. We're going to call it that. It's 9:40. I want to go to sleep. Got to brush my teeth and do stuff like that. So thank you so much for everyone that tuned in to the live stream. I really appreciate all the support and all the comments and all the banter and everything we can get into. I don't know why my cheek looks like that. Why it looks. Anyways, I'm Calderness. I've been the guy making stuff for the last hour and 20 minutes. I'll see you, legends, in the next one.